Hello, it's my first ZubiaLive, and I'm realizing I'm gonna try to open the window. Maybe I should not have done it on such a cloudy, rainy day. It's a bit dark in here. So as you can see, I'm in my lovely room from childhood. I have my friendly clown on the wall. I'm here visiting my parents for some holidays, and I wanted to make this video to talk about working from home and why I think that that can be a really great option for people who have a chronic illness like chronic fatigue syndrome or like fibromyalgia or like Lyme disease, illnesses that can be quite unpredictable. And I know that a lot of people do struggle to work. And another nice thing about working from home is that you do have the option to be part-time or full-time. It's really up to you. So I'll talk a little bit about what I do and why I made the decision and how it really helps me. So I guess first I love working. I'm one of those weird people. I mean it's partly because I've always done jobs that I love. I've been very lucky in that way. And I was always really ambitious. And when I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, I was really worried about what that would mean for my work and my career because I loved doing creative work and doing work that helped people. I wanted to work with nonprofits. I wanted to be a writer. So I really wanted to do a lot of these things. And when I had chronic fatigue syndrome, I just didn't know how that would work because my energy levels were so unpredictable. And it's not, for those of you who have chronic fatigue syndrome, you know this, but it's not the kind of energy crash that you can just push through. It's your body will not function, your brain will not function, and you really need that for work. And then I started doing yoga and meditation, and that is a whole other story for a whole other broadcast. But that helped me so, so much. I have so much more energy now. I do a lot of traveling. I do work pretty much full time now. But it's still important to me to work from home so that I can set my own schedule and my own hours. And if I want to work from bed, like today, I was just feeling very tired, very off. It's been quite a busy few days. I probably overdid it a little bit. But I still had a lot of things that I wanted to get done. So I just came and got settled in bed and got really comfy. And I took a 10-minute little rest earlier. And these are just things that you can't do if you're working from an office. And you might be at a place now where you're still hoping to work part-time and not full-time. And you can definitely do that. And you can still have those rests. You might need to spread part-time work over a full day if you need a longer rest if you're earlier on in your recovery journey. And that's why I love work from home jobs. Some of the struggles of a work from home job are really, for me, the biggest ones have been financial instability. And that's because I run my own business. I teach yoga and meditation. I do online sessions and I write about that. And I also do article writing and website content writing and social media writing for some different nonprofits and social businesses. Um, and so yeah, that's all freelance. I'm not a full-time employee anywhere, so I don't have a regular salary and I'm not getting any regular benefits. I've been quite lucky that I have had very regular clients, so it's not really been an issue for me. But then, sometimes you get in your head and you think about it and you're like, oh, I don't know in 6 months if I'm gonna still be having this income or not. And another thing with that is not having the benefits that come with working from a company. As a Canadian, this is not such a big deal for me. And if you live in a country where you have universal health care, it's probably not such a big issue for you. But if you are living somewhere like in the US or another country that doesn't have good access to healthcare, that could actually be a big detriment because then that could become a very, very big bill. And if you do, you obviously are probably using the healthcare system a lot, and you definitely do not want to be without insurance. So those are kind of the two pitfalls for me that I see. There are now, what's lovely is that there are work from home jobs that are full time with a company. So if you do think that you could work full time, but you would like the flexibility of being from home so that you can, take a 10-minute rest when you need to and work from bed when you need to and have the foods and the resources and the medications that you need to, that can be a really great option as well. So yeah, those are some of the reasons that I work from home. I don't want to go on too long about it today. Um, it's really nice just to be able to set my own schedule and to make my own rest breaks and to work at my own pace and there are some offices that are flexible, but I did work in an office for a couple years and it was quite hard. I would go to a quiet space and to do meditation and people wouldn't necessarily understand and they might make fun of me or just sometimes you needed a quieter, comfier space to be in. It was harder to escape. So it's really nice to be able to make your own schedule. And I think for people who are looking to get back into the workforce, this is a really, really great option and a very sustainable option. I know a lot of people think that you can't really make a lot of money doing this, but I earn my full-time income this way. So I think, yeah, it is a really great option if you're looking to get back into the workforce. So I would love to hear if you have any questions. I would love to hear what you think about this topic. I could talk about this for days and days. This is just a little bit of an introduction to me. I also, as I mentioned, I'm a yoga teacher and a meditation teacher, and I work with people specifically who have chronic pain and chronic fatigue, and I can also talk about that for days. So if you have any questions about yoga or meditation or more holistic or complementary health practices and how that's worked for me and how I've intertwined those into traditional Western doctors with my GP and specialists that I saw in the Canadian healthcare system. I would love to talk about that as well. So yeah, I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say, and I'd love to hear if you guys work or don't work or work part-time or working from home or what the things are like that, because I know that not being able to work can be so challenging. And I've been lucky that I have been able to work at least part-time the whole time I was sick. But it was such a big fear and anxiety for me that I wouldn't be able to. So I'm so glad that I found this solution that worked for me. So I would really love to hear about what other people are doing. Thank you for joining me on this first live broadcast. It's been very fun, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.